I just want to get back in there.
Right.
You know, I'm just being away from the sport like how I have been. It's been the hardest thing I ever had to go through.
But at 35
Yeah.
and dealing with these nagging injuries, was there a time during this last hiatus that you just thought to yourself, wow, maybe it's time to hang up the gloves?
You know, I am 35 and everybody's like, oh man, you're 35, and they talk about how old I am and stuff like that. But for me, yeah, I'm 35, but my body still feels good. You know, despite my knee injury, this is the first surgery I've ever had. I'm not willing to stop yet, and I'm not willing to stop just because I still have that desire to want to compete.
Would you like to fight for 2 more years, 3 more years,
yeah,
5 more years?
5 more years. You know, I think for me it's about, am I still having fun?
Yeah.
As long as I'm still having fun, as long as I'm enjoying what I'm doing, wake up with the desire to train, because if you don't have that desire to train, it just, nothing else matters. You know what I'm saying? You can't get out of bed for a paycheck, because at the end of the day, your fight is going to show that. And you have to have a desire to do extra, not just doing what everybody else doing, but you have to want to do extra. You want to do more because you want to be champion. And I still have that. The minute I wake up not having that feeling, that's when I need to quit.
This division, the light heavyweight division, is one of the most stacked divisions in the UFC. Rashad, do you feel that you have one more title run in you?
I do feel I have one more title run in me, and I feel like, you know, even though it's very stacked, I see there's some holes in it. You know what I'm saying? I see that these guys, they're very beatable.
At one point, you were originally scheduled to face Daniel Cormier. Is that the fight you feel makes most sense to you?
You know what? I would love to fight DC. I mean, I feel bad because that's my boy, but you know, DC.
You're working together.
Yeah, we work together and stuff like that. He's a friend of mine, but you know, we're in the same weight class, and you know, he's definitely somebody I got a lot of respect for. I don't really need to have a name or a face to anybody I want to fight. At this point, it's been so long since I fought. If they tell me I'm gonna fight anyone, as long as I'm healthy enough to go out there, I'll go out and fight anybody. And that's just for me, just having 2 years of frustration, just doing nothing but sitting on the bench watching everybody else fight.
Is there a fight that you would love to have before you hang up the gloves? Script it out for us. How would it go?
I would love to fight John Jones again. Yeah. I would love to fight John Jones again. And I have tremendous respect for John Jones as a fighter. You know, I think he's one of the best ever to fight. I would love to be able to go out like GSP as a champion, just get the belt and just walk off and be done. Right into the sunset, leave my gloves on in the cage and just call it a career. You know, as a fighter, it's one of the hardest things to do is to go out on top, because
it is.
You never know. Yeah, you never know like when to stop. You know, and it's always a fighter who's the last one to know that it's time to stop. At some point, you have to decide what was better, me trying to chase after this dream of what I used to be, or the quality of my life afterwards. And you know, I hope I never ever have to cross those roads. I hope that, you know, when the sun sets on me, I'll be able to say, you know what, I'm fine.
Nice.
Inside MMA, live every Friday night on Access TV. Your home for MMA.